Hi Bears, my name is Allison Smith. I work in the Office of Residence Life, Housing and Dining Services as the coordinator for housing assignments. Today I'm here to talk to you about the housing application process. As part of this video, I will talk about Missouri State's housing policy, a brief overview, and then an in-depth look at the housing application. Missouri State's housing policy is all single students under 21 years of age who have earned fewer than 27 hours of transferable credit after high school graduation are required to live in university housing. For exceptions to the housing policy, please visit our website or call our office for more information. The housing application is found in a student's My Missouri State account. When you are admitted, you should have gotten all of the information that you need to activate your My Missouri State account or your Bear Pass account. If you need assistance activating or resetting this account, please contact the University Help Desk. Log into mymissourystate.edu. Along the top, select Campus Life, scroll down to Housing, and under Housing Applications, select Complete Application. Let's watch that video one more time. mymissourystate.edu. Campus Life, Housing, Complete Application. There are four major parts of applying for housing. The first is the online housing application, where you will preference living learning communities, building and room style preferences, meal plans, and answer a series of roommate matching questions. Second, pay the $100 housing deposit. Third, sign the terms and conditions, and if necessary, have a parent or co-signature on file. And fourth, provide proof of meningitis vaccination records to Majors Health and Wellness Center. A housing application is not considered complete until all of these items have been received. The date all items have been received is considered the application completion date. This date is used to determine order for housing assignments. The earlier you apply for housing, the earlier you are in the assignments process. Let's look a little more closely at items within the housing application. We have 15 great living learning communities on campus. Check out our LLC video for more information. The application will share about each community and where the LLC will be located for that application period. If you are interested in a living learning community, you can select up to 5 choices you are interested in. Your first choice should be the community you would prefer the most. If you are not interested in a living learning community, leave the drop-downs blank and then proceed to the next step. We offer a number of different building and room styles on campus that can range from suite style or room style to shared rooms or private rooms. The building and room preference sections let us know how you prioritize the options available on campus. We start at the top of your preferences and work down. So if your first preference isn't available, we want to know what would be the next best option for you. If space is available, we allow students to buy out a 2-person room as a private room at 1.5 times the room rate. Students can be booked to a private room from the initial assignment by checking the private room agreement box and preferencing private rooms on the housing application. Roommate matching questions are used to match you with your potential roommates and or suite mates. All applicants are required to answer these questions. If you have a roommate in mind, you will be able to create a roommate group after both of you have complete housing applications. Be sure to answer these questions honestly in order for us to match you with the best roommate and or suite mates. A meal plan and dining dollars are required for all residents living on campus. You can select the meal plan and dining dollars option that works for you. You can pay your housing deposit at the time of application, or if you are unable to pay at this time, you can proceed without the deposit, but just know your application will not be complete until the deposit is on file. You must have either your meningitis vaccination records or exemption on file before your application will be considered complete. Proof of meningitis vaccination records can be faxed or emailed to Majors Health and Wellness Center. The assignment process is designed to get students in their top building preferences with their preferred roommate and in their desired LLCs. This question helps our assignment program know what is the most important item on your housing application if not all of your preferences are available. For example, your first LLC preference is not located in your first building preference, your preferred roommate is not eligible for your first LLC preference, or you and your preferred roommate have different building preferences. The terms and conditions are a legally binding contract. Be sure to read them before you select I agree. If you are under the age of 18, you will need a parent or co-signature. So be sure to update the co-signature email to your parent or guardian's email address. A housing application is not complete until all of these items have been received, including the online housing application, $100 housing deposit, proof of meningitis vaccination records, and terms and conditions with co-signature if applicable. The date all items have been received is considered the application completion date. This date is used to determine order for housing assignments. So the earlier you apply for housing, the earlier you are in the assignments process. Have a roommate in mind? If space is available, it is our goal to place a student with their preferred roommate. You can preference a roommate by creating a roommate group. You and your preferred roommate must have a complete housing application to create a roommate group. You may only list one student in your roommate group, and you can only be part of one roommate group. We do not take suitemate preferences. Roommate groups are assigned based off of an average of application completion dates. You can create a roommate group by going to My Missouri State, Campus Life, Housing, Application Update, Roommate Group. You will click Create Group, Invite, and search for the individual based on the criteria provided. Search for your preferred roommate based on one of the following criteria recommendations: first and last name, or cell phone number, or university ID. Select to add the person and click Finish to save the group. If you cannot find someone, you may want to double check that they have a complete application or that you are entering their information correctly, such as with the university ID, it is M0, not MO. Both students will receive an email about the roommate group. The student creating the group will receive an email that the group has been created, and the invited student receives instruction on how to accept the roommate group. The invited student will need to accept or deny the roommate group request and be sure to click Finish to save the response. If the invitation is accepted, the two students' applications will be linked together and will be assigned based on an average of their application completion dates as space allows. With a complete application, you can sit back, relax, and wait until housing assignments are sent out at the end of each month beginning in May. If you would like to update your preferences you selected in your housing application, you can log back in and update your application. This will not change your application completion date. Housing assignments are sent to students' Missouri State email accounts, and a new section called Assignment Information will appear in your My Missouri State Campus Life Housing section. This will be how you access your roommate and or suitemate's contact information. That's all the time we have today. If you have any additional questions, please contact our office. Our contact information can be found above. Have a great day and go Bears!